Hello everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel. I am Jennifer, the retired Disney princess. I am answering another question by 2010 Aveen. As an adult, I find when I go to Disney, I get carried away with the magic and I feel like these characters I am meeting are real. Did that stop for you once you worked there? I guess what I'm asking is, did working there take away the magic of Disney World for you in any way? Wow, that is a great question. I have been asked this question so many times, and I want to say in some ways, yes, the magic has been taken away, but in a lot of ways it hasn't. Like I was having this conversation with my mother-in-law. Oh wait, and let me answer your first question. Have I stopped being Pocahontas? I did stop being Pocahontas a long time before the day I finished working at Disney. I think I stopped being Pocahontas in 2006, and I didn't officially leave Disney Entertainment until 2009. But anyway, back to this other question about the magic being ruined. I was talking about this with my mother-in-law, and she was saying that she would never want to work for Disney because she believes that the magic would be ruined for her. She loves seeing it through the guests' eyes and that perspective. That is the only way she ever wants to see Disney. For me, I think I really wanted to know the behind the scenes aspect of Disney. I did want to know how the mouse worked, you know. And then I think for me, having seen the behind the scenes, and it's not as pretty as what you see when you're a guest. And I think if you want to still have that wonderful fantasy to keep it alive, definitely don't work there. Because when you do work there, reality does set in. You work with people, you know, and fortunately, the people that you work with love Disney, and you're generally gonna get a good group of people because everybody's working together to make this magic. I mean, it's true. Disney World would not be Disney World without the people that they have who are implementing the Disney way and doing that, you know, have a magical day. Like, that makes a difference. It really does. Just the service, the level of customer care. I mean, I don't know, Disney guest relations is awesome. They will bend over backwards to make you happy. They want to make you happy. They really do. So if you ever have a lousy time at Disney, and guest relations is probably going to hate me, but go to guest relations and tell them about how lousy this or that was, and they will make it better for you. You know, but I mean, you got to be reasonable too. I mean, don't be unreasonable. So it's got to be legit. If you go to complain, because you're gonna work with people who are not perfect people. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect, you know, so and so is not perfect, and so you've got to expect that you're gonna, I don't know, because I guess I kind of feel like if you have awesome coworkers who you're excited to work with, you're gonna be excited to come to work because you're like happy to be around the people who you love to see every day. I mean, when you work a full-time job, you spend more time with your coworkers than you do with your actual family and friends on a daily basis. So it's really nice when you love your coworkers. Like Rachel Henkel, who portrayed Snow White. I don't know, I didn't mind Disney's flaws. I didn't mind their dirt. They have dirt backstage, you know, like, and when you're on stage, everything's perfectly beautiful and pristine. They keep their parks really clean. They've got a great janitorial staff. Probably the happiest janitors you'll ever meet are at Disney World, I'm assuming. I don't know. But I mean, when you go backstage, there's some parts of behind the scenes in Magic Kingdom that really stink and smell, and I don't know what causes those smells. I don't know. But as Princess Jasmine, you're like all dressed up and looking all glamorous, and there you are, like holding your nose like, oh, this stinks, you know. So don't watch this video if you don't want to hear these types of things. Switch to another video, you know. But yeah, there's parts that stink. And I guess like that stuff kind of stays in my head. Like when I'm in the park, like enjoying Magic Kingdom, I have these vague memories of, oh, it really stinks in that part, like underneath that ride. It really smells over there. And you wonder and you look and you're like, oh, there's that lake right there by the castle. Okay, that might be part of why it smells so bad. I don't know. So there's that. You hear and see like things backstage, like the pipes and the plumbing, and you know that people are like flushing the toilet there, and that's what that is. I don't know. It's just kind of gross a little bit, or dead rats, or you know, just dirty, ugly places. And Disney only keeps it pretty in the park, but backstage, why should they invest money in making backstage look nice? They're not making any money from the cast members who, you know, I mean, they try to make things nice for the cast members, but why should they have everything perfect for the cast members? You know, they're not making any money off of the cast members. They're making money off of the guests. That's who's paying your bills. The guests that come to the theme park. That's who's paying the bills. So you want them to enjoy their experience, and it's, you know, it's work. And I guess that's something, like, when you're working at Disney, it's work. Some days are work. I ain't gonna lie. You have guests who, you know, don't want to do what they're supposed to. They're smoking cigarettes in a non-smoking area, and then you have to be the cast member that goes and tells these people in the nicest possible way, without making these people angry, hey, you can't smoke over here. This is a non-smoking zone. You know, how do you handle that? You know, and you know, I thankfully, as Princess Jasmine, I guess I had it the cushiest, and I was always told by other cast members, you're spoiled, you know, like, because we never had to deal with the smoking guests, but I would hear stories from so-and-so, you know, other person, this manager, that they had to go and deal with this and that issue, and that's like, ugh. So you hear all of the drama. Oh, you had to deal with that? Oh, sorry. Oh, that kid. Oh, and then you see, like, I guess you see, like, guests who don't behave themselves. They're pulling Rafiki's tail. They're injuring a character. And you see stuff like that. Whereas when I didn't work for the mouse, I mean, you might have heard a story about somebody pulling Mickey's tail, but you didn't think anything of it because you know, you didn't really realize that that person inside that costume is going to be injured from that. Like, the costumes are heavy. You can really injure people in these costumes when you do simple things like hit their head, you know, or things like that. And it's stuff that people don't think about. And so I guess I never thought about the implications of those. I don't know. You just don't. I don't know. You don't realize what an effect you have as a guest in the park. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but stuff like that. I don't feel like the magic's really been ruined that much. To me, it just makes it all the more endearing knowing these behind the scenes things. It's kind of like, aw, that's how the mouse works, you know. And I kind of felt like when they would do behind the scenes tours at Magic Kingdom, they would only take the tourists through the nice parts of backstage. I actually think they prettied up some of the places where the tours happen. It's like, you know where the tours are going because it looks nice there, but then there's other places where the tourists don't go and it doesn't look as nice. But I mean, for the most part, they're fine, you know. I don't know, but I guess for me, I still love Disney. I still love their movies, and Disney is more than just their theme parks for me. It's their movies, it's their philosophies, it's a lot of other stuff. I don't know, but then I have all these wonderful backstage memories too. So to me, it's just this whole other thing. You know, I make these videos because I know some of you live out of state or in another country, and you will never be able to come work at Disney World and experience these things. So hopefully you can live vicariously through me in some sort of way. I don't know, but anyway, I hope this answers your question. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please share it with somebody who you think would like it. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Disney Princess question and answer videos or reviews of different restaurants or places in Disney World. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day, everyone. Bye.